I believe I hear wedding bells on the horizon. Hey guys, DB right here, and today I am continuing with What If Launch Train Like Goku, Part 5. Now Part 4, or at least previously when I did Part 4, it was a redo of the original Part 4 I did. I didn't really like what I did with originally with the Part 4, so I changed it to something a bit more enjoyable. And we got a bit more of an action-packed fight with Goku and Launch using their double team attacks on King Piccolo, which I honestly thought was really cool. Now, when we last left things off, Kami had indeed offered Goku and Launch to train with him for the 3 years. In threats that Junior would be around to challenge them, protect them from Junior, and so, yeah, that's still a thing. Now originally, King Piccolo, when he was beaten, he was dying when he spat out the egg, but I still had him sealed away from the Mafu bar anyway. But Piccolo Jr. did manage to find the jar he was sealed in and opens it up, but ultimately nothing was in there because, like I said, King Piccolo was dying anyway, and he had succumbed to his injuries at the hands of Launch and Goku inside the jar. So Piccolo Jr. isn't weaker than his original counterpart at all. He's still the same Piccolo Jr. Same power, same malevolence, everything. So I'm sorry if I got you guys' hopes up there. Anyways, now, from the 3 years training difference, Goku is actually about, I'd say, 25% stronger than what he is in this point in the original after the 3 years, just from having Launch as a training partner, and them getting, almost double what Goku got originally in the Room of Spirit and Time. Now, like the original, both he and Launch only last about a month in there, but because they were training together, they got double out of it, basically. So, essentially, it does pushes Goku overall power by the end of the 3 years, about 50% stronger than what he was originally. In fact, he could almost take on Raditz one-on-one if he had to. Like, he was definitely on the 1,000 mark, while Launch was about 900, maybe 800. Just the fact that she's a human, she didn't quite get the same sort of benefit as Goku does, being a Saiyan. And well, that's not the only thing that's been happening with those two. Goku growing, getting older, becoming more attractive in the eyes of Launch over the years, which has pretty much started to happen, ever since their adventure began. After all, they've been training together and basically being alone together for years. After the whole fortune teller barber thing, they were training 3 years by themselves. They had plenty of time to get to know each other and everything like that. And Launch had the opportunity to smarten Goku up a little bit. He at least knows what a wedding is and things like that now, and is a bit more street smart and, less likely to let the bad guy go, that sort of thing. So, being with Launch has altered Goku's personality a little bit. But not to the point where he still can't fly the Nimbus Cloud. He's still mostly the happy, easygoing Saiyan that we know and love. And well, it is now time for the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, with Launch joining proceedings as well, and pretty much ending up in the same sort of preliminary setup as Chaozu. Chaozu is ultimately beaten by Tao like he is in the original, and Launch basically smashes Tao through the wall in retaliation in their match in the preliminaries. Tao's eliminated from the tournament already, which brings us Launch against Tian Shinhan in the tournament. Everyone else gets their spots like they do in the original, and most of the matches pretty much go on as per normal. Tien ultimately losing to Launch in the first round of the tournament. Huh. I guess this just means I'm gonna have to work harder. Well, don't sell yourself short there. You actually put up a great fight, Tien. It's Blonde Launch talking. And then basically, we move on to Hero versus Junior, which ends up the same way that does the original, with Junior sealing up Kami with a reverse Mafuba, and pretty much you get Launch and Goku battling each other in the semi-finals, and ultimately, of course, it was Goku who won. Now, beating his fiancé. Wait, fiancé? When did that happen? Well, you know how Goku battles Chi-Chi in the first round? Well, that still happened, and Chi-Chi tried to have her way and marry Goku, but Goku basically pointed out that they hardly know each other. They've only met, a few times briefly throughout the entire series, and that he was already in love with someone else. And right there, he basically points to Launch, says, I'm in love with her. And Launch, in her blindfold tone, what, me? Yeah. Basically, Launch approaches Goku, and Goku basically pops the question right then and there. And Launch is like, you sure it's what you want? I know what my heart's telling me. And basically, Bon Laws basically grabs Goku, tilts him over, and kisses him in a comedic fashion. But at least Goku knows what a kiss is this time, and he's enjoying it. Well, anyway, so we get to the final match between Junior and Goku, with Goku basically dominating the battle. In fact, Piccolo doesn't get to try his little cheap shot that blows a hole in Goku in the original, because Goku is just quite a bit smarter than what he is in the original. He's not dropping his guard down for even a second. Ultimately, Goku, of course, wins the tournament. He still gives Piccolo a sensu, because, if anyone does deserve a bit of a chance of redemption, it is, well, Piccolo. I mean, King Piccolo did all these crimes. Piccolo Jr.'s hasn't really done anything wrong yet. So, fair enough, despite Kami's wishes and Launch thinking his husband's about the dumbest one in the planet. Nah, forget it. I'm gonna put some lead in him right now. But Piccolo just sort of flies off. I'd be careful if I were you, Goku. You may regret that later. And, well, we head into now the 5-year time skip. Gohan has been born to Launch and Goku, and essentially they are quite fond of, continuing martial arts training together. Launch is not going to deny that for her son, and, well, yeah. So this will mean Gohan is already unlocking some of his potential and being able to defend himself and fight. And, well, as we know, Planet Earth is about to get a new visitor in the form of Raditz. And, well, like in the original, but with Launch and Gohan tagging along, all three of them just sort of squeezing together on top of the Nimbus, Launch sitting on top of Goku and Gohan sitting on top of her, in her blue form, of course, otherwise she'd go through the cloud. They are flying on their way to Master Roshi's for the big reunion. And, well, because Launch actually does like the company of the rest of the Dragon Team, she wouldn't force Goku to not socialize with his friends. So there'd be a lot more sparring and training in between, the rest of the students of the Turtle Hermit School. Therefore, Goku is, stronger still. In fact, yes, he actually, like I said, he's pretty much only just behind Raditz at this point of the story. And, Raditz has indeed made his appearance, and, detects one high power level, and of course, this being Piccolo, and their whole meet and greet goes much like it does in the original. Raditz detecting these other power levels. Some of them are pretty high, and there are these two others that are higher still. In fact, one of them is so close to being as strong as he is, it's not funny. Raditz may have to proceed with caution here. And much like in the original, he arrives at Kame House and does indeed sight his brother standing there. And there he's finally revealed that he is a member of the once great Saiyan warrior race who conquered planets and sold them to the highest bidder and made a profit. We were a bunch of space pirates, blah, blah, blah. By the way, I want you to join me and conquer planets and the name of Frieza. Doesn't that sound like fun, brother? Goku, of course, wants nothing to do with that whatsoever. If he'd been going around and hurting people, taking things that don't belong to him, robbing people of their homes, killing people, Goku's just not capable of that. Hey, Pineapple Head, why don't you just scram before I pump your guts full of lead? Yeah, get away from my daddy. Oh, looks like the little one is piping up. And Raditz hasn't forgotten about the power levels he's read earlier. He's going to have to be cautious, and he thinks he might be able to take their little son Gohan hostage. Big mistake, Raditz, because Gohan can defend himself too. Enough to keep himself out of it, and trying to harm his son? Oh no. Mama Launch and Papa Goku are springing into action, and a fight between them and Raditz breaks out. And it's quite an intense fight that no one else knows what to do here. Roshi, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, they're all just... all they can do really is spectate on the action. No one is pulling their punches in this battle. Raditz is still the stronger one still, and he is definitely putting up a decent fight between the two. However, Launch and Goku are a master of battling and working together as a team, and because of that, Raditz is having a hard time maintaining his dominance against these two. What? This is insane! Saiyans don't work together like this! You're a complete disgrace! I'm a disgrace? We're not the ones losing. And Raditz can't really argue that point. But ultimately, Raditz is turning up the heat on them some more. And, this is where Blonde Launch sneezes into Blue Launch, and suddenly Raditz is just taken back a bit. What? What is this? Blue Launch gets a really good punch in on Raditz like that. Now, Blue Launch being a lot more calmer, collective, and calculating than her aggressive blonde form, it is confusing Raditz. It's like he's fighting two different opponents along with Goku. And basically, with the whole sneezing in and out, it just keeps catching Raditz off guard to the point Goku is finally able to get behind Raditz and grab his tail. Oh. Raditz going down. I guess you didn't spend your time working on that one weakness, huh? How does it feel? Ah! Kakarot! Come on, let me go! I'll get out of here, I swear! I promise! But however, thanks to him, Goku being with Launch, And, Launch, telling him things. Like I said, Goku is smarter than his original counterpart here. He's not letting him go, while Launch has charged up a full-powered Kamehameha and blasts Raditz full blast. Raditz is dead. They didn't even need Piccolo's help to take on Raditz, who was observing it from above Kame House. They do, of course, spot Piccolo there. Piccolo, what are you doing here? I ran into that creep earlier. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't causing this planet any trouble. I intend to do it myself someday. Well, why didn't you help us then? You didn't need my help. You had it under control. And fair point. Piccolo basically is about to take his leave when basically they get a warning from Kami warning them that 2 more Saiyans are now on the way. And that they're going to need to pull out all the stops to in order to deal with this mess. And well, Kami has a bit of an idea. He can send one of them to Otherworld, already discussing this with King Yama, in order to get training from King Kai. And that Goku should be the one to do this. And that is like, well, that's cool. Launch, we can get training in Otherworld. No. Goku, this trip is only for you. We can only take one of you. King Yama would not allow any more than one of you. And this actually saddens Goku, because since Launch has been training with Goku, ever since the early days when he started training under Master Roshi. And Launch, has done nothing but train with him. All the time they were alone for 3 years, the 3 years of Kami's lookout. It is quite saddened that Goku is going to be gone away from his family for a year. But for the sake of the world, it'll be done, especially once blue-haired Launch is able to calm her husband down and assure him that they will be fine. And so with that, Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin are kind of excited that there are going to be a couple of Saiyans coming down. Finally, I get a challenge. I'll show those Saiyans what my Wolfang Fist is all about. Yeah, and if they're anything like Goku, we're really in for a treat. Krillin, not so much. Are you sure? You're talking about a couple of Gokus here that are stronger than that last guy that we just struggled to get rid of. Come on. You don't want Goku showing you up. I suppose you've got a point there. Very well. I will train too. And well, they're on their way to the lookout to get some training. As for Launch Gohan, they decide that they're actually going to train with Piccolo. And, well, I think, at least for right now, that's where we're going to leave things. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this story? How everything's going to differ in the Saiyan arc with Launch joining the fight, and as well as Goku already being stronger than what he is in this timeline. Will things go as badly for the Dragon Team like it did in the original, or will we have a few more survivors this time around? Well, this is more next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your thoughts in the comments, and I will be back again next time to continue this story. Alright, I'll catch you later.